scientists have used hair strands to reveal the secrets of 500-year-old mummies. What's up guys, my name is Sam and you are watching I.O. Now, if you remember a couple of months ago, we covered a story about a 13-year-old girl whose body was perfectly, almost perfectly preserved for over 500 years. And she was an Inca girl. She was found with 2 other children. She was the oldest of the 3. The children were found in 1999 on a mountain in Argentina. I'm not going to say the name of the mountain because I can't say it. The girl in particular made headlines because the photographs were really quite astonishing. She just looked like a little girl curled up, even after 500 years. So scientists have obviously been doing a lot of research, a lot of work on the bodies, and it's in the press again because they have used hair samples from the children to discover not only how they died, but what happened in the lead up to their deaths. So on analysis of the children's hair strands, which apparently still hold some kind of chemical fingerprint of their diet prior to their deaths, which is just crazy. Anyway, so in their hair strands, they found high levels of alcohol and drugs. Now the drugs were cacao leaves, which were actually used to form cocaine, and the levels of alcohol and drugs were higher in the 13-year-old than they were than the other 2. Now scientists believe that's probably because she showed more resistance being older than the other 2. So when we first reported on the story, we didn't really know too much about why these children were found in the mountain. Now researchers are telling us that they were used as a sacrifice to the gods of the mountain in which they were found. Now as tragic and horrifying as this story seems to you and I, researchers say that this ritual was actually considered an honor for these 3 children to be involved in. The ritual was called Capacoca and it took place upon the death of an Inca king. And the reason it was probably considered such an honor is that the lords were required to pick completely unblemished and perfect children. There is no evidence the children were brutally killed. They were highly intoxicated, so hopes are that they didn't really feel much of what was happening. Researchers say that the children would have died from exposure and that priests would have waited for them to fall unconscious before they brought them to their final burial grounds. Now it's crazy what science can do these days, the information that we can get and the stories that can be told. Albeit this is a sad one, it's still very, very fascinating. We continue to find out more and more about these civilizations that came before us. Goodness knows what they're going to know about us in the future. Now we have all kind of social media and online stuff. But what kind of civilizations interest you? Are you into history? Are you a history buff? Do you like to follow this stuff? Let me know in the comments below.